I am left asking questions based on the words from His Excellency the President.
In fact, even whether than the cost this week, now then they provide the script. Say this person here is a giveaway in a bonus fruit tire. Now for costing mama. How big man them? How you go govern this country? You owe it to this country to be a statesman. Thank you.
Indeed,
Right,
that was a video.
Yes,
it's a flashback of a statement made by the president in 2023.
Yes. Now
the program,
there are key points in that video that should have guided the chief minister in how he reacts when my mother was egregiously abused for his sake. One, is he a statesman? I believe he is a statesman. The chief minister position is almost number 3 in the executive arm of government. That is a statesman. That is a powerful statesman. 2, does he endorse the abuse of my mother for his sake because I criticized him on the IMF? Does he endorse the abuse of my mother? I believe he doesn't. I want to believe he doesn't. But I am left asking questions based on the words from His Excellency the President. If you are a statesman and somebody causes such pains, because keep in mind, when you abuse my mother, you're not just abusing me. My mother has several children.
Okay.
And they would ask, why are these terrible lies being told about our mother just because you criticize the chief minister on IMF? So pains have been caused in my family by the lies of your followers. Does he recognize that pain? If he doesn't recognize that pain, does it mean, like President Julius Maada Bio is saying, that he is the one sending them, so he cannot dissociate from them? Because if he was not the one sending these SAPP auxiliary group to abuse my mother because I criticized him on the IMF policies and the IMF concerns, if he was not getting pleasure out of the abuse of my mother to intimidate me as a brave woman, because it takes courage to take on the whole chief minister, it takes courage to take on the president, it takes courage to take on the Speaker of Parliament. I have been very courageous in the way I talk for my people.
Okay.
Does he recognize that he should have followed the campaign policy of his boss? And if he recognizes that, it means he respects the president who appointed him. But if up to today, almost 2 months, everybody has been telling him, somebody just reminded me that even Joseph Sano, the gentleman who calls himself senior citizen, did a piece telling him, you have to distance yourself from this abuse of Dr. Blyden's mother. You see, my brother, let's take a note of something here. If this matter of my mother being abused is not handled properly, it is going to have reverberations where women who want to come forward to speak are going to be afraid, because their family members will tell them, hey, not criticize chief minister, you know, say in quick then cause my cause for her.
Okay. Thank you so very much, Dr. Blyden. You've helped the public to understand the genesis of this problem, and of course you've made several suggestions as to what should be done of a statesman. But again, you've also mentioned that yes, you are not too sure as to whether the chief minister was the one who made the statement, but you've associated the statement to would-be supporters of the chief minister. I would have wished to continue the program, but time is in our favor.
I want to round up by saying something here.
In just a few seconds,
yes.
Please.
Silence means consent.
Not in all cases.
Please don't argue with me. We're not arguing. I'm making a position here. Please. Silence means consent. When you are silent at moments that you should speak, it means you consent to it. So if somebody contacts a cabinet minister and says to the cabinet minister, Dr. Sylvia Blyden is criticizing you on this your IMF, don't allow her. Okay. Allow me for go kosi mama. And you say, you keep silent. It means you are telling that your follower, go ahead. Because silence means consent. So the chief minister yesterday told us that when people tell him, allow me make I go cause for you, he keeps silent. It means he is endorsing. And if he continues to refuse to distance himself from the abuse of my late mother, myself and my entire family are taking it that he is endorsing the abuse of our mother because Sylvia Olayinka Blyden criticized him in a democracy on behalf of those people who do not have a voice.
Thank you.
Them